Alright, it's day 6, and I'm in downtown just waiting for the bus, so the quality of this this video is not going to be as great as the previous ones. But yeah, day 6. So, this is great news, because it means that this is the longest I've gone during this kind of run with my noFap journey. I lasted 5 days, relapsed, I restarted at day 1, and so now it's day 6. So that's awesome. Anyways, feeling good. And let's see what's next. Alright, so I was recording at the bus stop, but then I stopped the audio because a bunch of people came over to the bus stop. So anyways, I'm back home. Yeah, let's pick up where we left off. So, day 6. I think it's an accomplishment. Let's see, how do I feel? It feels good. Today was such a busy day. I had work from like 8 to 4:30, a bunch of meetings, and then I came home for a bit, hung out with my wife and my baby, and then I had a class at 6:30 to 9:15, and then I came home after that on the bus. So I mean, it was a long day, which is good and bad. It's good because if there's a lot of stuff you're doing, there's not like that many opportunities, right, to fap. So it's like the pressure, like the natural, like my habitual pressure to, like the urges and stuff to fap aren't there necessarily because I just don't have time. So that's good. But on the other hand, having so much on my plate, like doing so much through the day, it does take like a lot of energy out of me. And when I'm feeling low energy, it's just kind of like that movie, The Wolf of Wall Street. I think that's the movie. Yeah, near the beginning, they're like talking about masturbation and how they like masturbate like multiple times during the day to like kind of release the anxiety and kind of reboot, restart. I kind of laugh, but I mean that's the way it really works, right? That's the way that I've been using my masturbation in the past. But now I'm trying to save that vital energy, right? And I do feel, let's see, how do I feel? I feel okay. I mean, was feeling a little bit of anxiety. I had mentioned that the first few days when I had started my noFap journey before I relapsed, I felt tons of anxiety, like something bad was happening. And I did feel a little anxiety, and also yesterday during all these meetings, and everyone's talking about all the different projects they're doing at work, I did feel inadequate. Like, even though, I'm qualified for this job, they hired me, and I've been here a year, so it's not like I'm not qualified for this job, but I don't know, for some reason I just felt this, like I was like comparing myself to other people, and compared to them, I felt like I didn't meet the standard. So anyways, this brings up this insecurity of myself, self-worth, just trying to figure out, am I worth it, the self-value aspect. And I think this is a good thing to feel and kind of deal with. Before kind of with vapping, I feel like the serotonin and dopamine that you release, you may be slightly experiencing some of these things, like different emotions, but when you just go right to the fapping, it kind of like vetoes those and says, hey, we're gonna feel okay now. And then after you get that burst of dopamine and serotonin, then you go about the rest of your day, and it kind of like maintains like this state where you don't want anything, you don't ever want to feel even slightly kind of bad. It's kind of weird. And it makes me think, like, just for other drugs, like people that are alcoholic or whatever, maybe this is what's going on, and just making that parallel. And so now that I'm not fapping, just like allowing those feelings to exist, right? And then just addressing them that, hey, I am qualified for this job, and kind of like giving myself some positive self-talk and kind of walking through it logically, like, okay, yes, I completely understand that I'm feeling this way, and then trying to think of why. Like, why logically should I feel this way? And, if I think about all the stuff that I am capable of doing, all the skills that I've been able to develop over the years and the contributions I've already had in this job, it just makes it logically seem like I shouldn't feel that way. And so this is kind of me dealing with these things. And I wonder, like, because I've been having this addiction, and I'm doing pornography, masturbation for so long, throughout my years, like even as like a teenager on through my, through my 20s, I'm in my late 20s now, I wonder how many times would have there been this like natural feelings of like inadequacy or self-doubt that I would have had to deal with, and then I would have had to kind of come to terms with and made those learning experiences. How many of those learning experiences and like natural developing moments have I missed because of this fapping? So that's kind of interesting just to think about. And when it comes to like the benefits, like why are there so many benefits with noFap that you see all these other YouTubers talk about? And I think a big part of it is this. There's been like tons of years of this lack of emotional, mental development, I feel, that hasn't existed, that we've missed out on, I would say. And it's not to say that we're like these really super underdeveloped people. I mean, you wouldn't really be able to tell necessarily who's fapping and who's not fapping, I feel. But still, like, to reach an individual's person's maximum potential and to have all these developing moments missed because of fapping, this is my opinion, and then to stop fapping and starting to feel these things, I mean, I think you kind of like start this really quick journey of quickly developing, and that's where a lot of the benefits come. I don't know, that's just my opinion. That's kind of what I'm thinking is happening. It could also be that I'm purposely, not just noFapping, but also purposely trying to work on developing myself, because I want to reach my dreams. I want to do some great things in this life I have. So because I'm combining the two, maybe that's just these thoughts are just the impact of me trying to combine these two. Alright, anyways, you can probably hear my baby crying in the background. So I don't know how good the audio quality of this is. I think I'm going to get a microphone just to make things a little bit clearer. But anyways, end of day 6. If you're at my same stage, keep it up. We're doing this thing.